Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Couple Heroes 1 replay. So on the top right side, as a Pan's Elite player, we have, did you fuck my wife? The answer is yes. The short answer, yes. The long answer is yes. And it was yesterday. Spawn as his Wehrmacht ally, we have Blackcat. Spawn as the US player, we have Paris SG, and as the other US player, we have Loading. And Loading says snipers, all. That is the one of the US players. So he's saying he's going to go for snipers, or didn't see the rest of the conversation. We've got the barracks now being employed on field. We've got both barracks on no early snipers. Fence grenadiers push way forward. Of course, we've got the Wehrmacht quarters. From that point there, we do have the engineers eyeing for this fuel point potentially. No, he's going straight for the garrison. Maybe eyeing for this point here. Engineers on the back line capture some sectors here. These engineers are pushing forward, capture this munitions point, but of course it would be out of supply. Also, this engineer squad is eyeing for this fuel point and this munitions point. Jeep now deployed on the field, ready to engage the Kenigrad. He does go ahead and get the revert of that small progress he made. Jeep pushing forward, getting some great damage on the Kenigrad. Engineers will probably take time to capture that fuel point now. Yes, he is. And we do have the Panzer Grenadiers advancing on forward. Engineers push way forward here. Jeep receiving a bit of fire there from these Panzer Grenadiers. Getting some decent damage onto the Jeep. The Jeep is already gets his engine critted. Kenigrad dancing around. It may go down as well. And the Jeep does find a volley there on the Kenigrad. He may go for the Kenigrad. Kenigrad does go down right there. Jeep is now going to run away with the engineers. The engineers are drawing some fire, and the Jeep will escape on out of there. Very good pick there for the US player. The other US player is now advancing forward with some riflemen in that region. Engineers catching up the sectors. This player is not being as aggressive as his teammate, which I suppose you can always have a teammate to go around and capture all the backline points that you don't want to yourself.
Keep those rifles ready.
Now the rifleman squad may be eyeing for this light cover over here, but there's of course heavy cover here. Trying forward against the guy in the garrison. And this sector's been captured up. He may be eyeing for a forward HQ in this region. Rifleman squad's now advancing forward, one from each player. I'm trying to gauge this Panzer Grenadier at close range. This one's now capturing up. He could back off the garrison, try to get a forward HQ going. Jeep now advancing forward. Jeep has been repaired on up, mostly. Let's get some good shots there. MG42 now pushing forward as well. MG42 maybe was trying to eye for that garrison himself, but right now he's far too close to these rifleman squads. The rifleman squads should focus on the MG42. Let's throw some rounds down the Jeep first, so bad response time by the MG42. Defense crew getting some decent damage there as well. Jeep now trying to either flank the MG42. Do we see... We don't see a forward HQ there. And lose the MG42 a bit needlessly. Panzer Grenadiers could try baiting the garrison, pick up the M242, maybe worth it, because you don't want that to fall in your opponent's hand, this early on at least. Rifleman squads, of course, can advance forward to capture it up, but who's going to pick it up? Over here, looks like the engineers and pioneers engage. Those are the engineers who escape out with a shred of health across two models.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
And now the rifleman, this US player has picked the MG42. It's going to throw inside this garrison. And the other rifleman squad does fall back. The Jeep's now getting repaired up by his... Nope, that was his own. The red star threw me off. Rifleman squad now seeing some fire. Engineers push way forward, getting some fire there on the sniper. He does get a good shot there. Sniper does get inside the garrison. Got a flamer here. Sniper's trying to play Ring of the Rosie. He may go down to the flamer. So left. Oh, Jeep rolled on up and runs him down. That Wehrmacht player has lost quite a bit. Lost a sniper and now a MG42. Jeep now rolling around, receiving some fire. We do now have a Panzer command, like we're going for some 2-2s, probably 5 of them. MG42 inside the garrison. And no music's playing. Let's switch to a different player. I do now have MG42 bunker here. Supply yard here. Triage center here. A much needed healing on these engineers. It may be worth it. If he's not going to go for a triage center right now, it may be a good idea to send these engineers over to his teammate to see his medics and get some blood transfusions. Probably those bones sticking out is not a good idea as well. And now we do have Scorched Earth selected by the Panzer Lead player, taking time to build up some tank traps. I don't think using all 3 or using 3 squads to build tank traps is a good idea. 1 is more than plenty, so he's probably trying to dig in over in this region. They have to perhaps be a little bit more defensive for the time being because his teammate has dropped a lot of assets. Is pushing way forward, trying to get some damage, and does get some damage on the Jeep, but looks like the Jeep's doing more damage. Now we do got the Kriegswehr complete over here.
Regains the momentum on the field.
That squad does get forced back. We do now have a 2-2 deployed on the field with the Kettengrad. By Scorched Earth, that Kettengrad can go around booby trap points. It's probably be a good idea to go around booby trap some points when you get a chance. Panzer inside the garrison. The 2 needs to provide some fire support to that Panzer Grenadier squad.
MG42 reporting. Where do you want us?
MG42 now blood field, Pack 38 as well. And now we do have, looks like wire going on down, so like I said, probably not a good idea to use all your squads on that. MG42 does fall back there. And now I've got this rifleman squad advance forward, does potentially find some shots on that armored car. As Grenadiers are engaging from the garrison, but they're very wounded. Rifleman squad does fall back. Over here, got the Panzer Grenadiers moving around. Deep engaging the armored car. Do now have a mortar half track now pulling the field. Now let's get some cannon fire there onto the Jeep. Rifle squad does see a bit of fire there. I do hear what sound like a mortar. That's probably from the mortar half track. He does barrage that garrison there. I think the MG42 is still inside. It is not. Greyhound not pulled on the field. He needs a light half track to pull it on the field sooner rather than later. His teammate does have a Pack 38 here. It's way up here, so he's rotating around. Oh, there's 2 dead Kettengrads there. Didn't see them both going down, but looks like they both went down right there.
Pack 38, ready.
Oh, wait. Okay, that is a rifleman squad. I don't know why. Through the garrison, to me that looked like one of the 30 cal crew members. Like it was actually fully M1917 30 cal. 2-2 is now roaming around. Pack 38 set up in this region in front of the bunker. Soon they're going to have a massive headache from it. Do now have a booby trap right there. The rifleman squad will find it, but how much will they find it? No response here. This is going to be deadly. It's a decent hit there, and it's only an incendiary one from a Kettengrad. Another Pack 38 on the field. Does get an 80-gun shot there as well. Very, very nice. Does get find that shot there. Poor control of the Greyhound. Could go down. Does go down. Rifle squad advancing forward. MG42 finds a good volley there out to the armored car, gains some good damage onto it. Let's find a volley, then the Pentagon is suppressing them all. Asking his teammate to repair something. And that is the... Let's see, that is one of the US players. No, that's actually the Wehrmacht player that mentioned that. We do not got the off-map power shooting already on it. Looks like one of the US players have gone for infantry induction. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at everybody's doctrines and resources. This US player appears not selected a doctor just yet. Has a good amount of manpower, small amount of munitions. As I was going for more Greyhounds or another Greyhound. His teammate has, of course, the off-map power shoot has a decent reserve of manpower, munitions, and fuel. No levels in supply yard. Yep, no levels in supply yard either. The Wehrmacht player has 3 Pak 38s, maybe a little bit overkill at this point in time. Now also lacking both Volksgrenadiers and regular Grenadiers. Not sure what he's planning with all that.
Veterancy gained.
Vet 1 support weapons wouldn't be half bad in his current composition, as well as Veterancy Light 1 vehicles for his light AT, not his light AT guns, his Pak 38s. These forces are going to make their way forward, and the Panzer player, as Pierre selected doctrine, yeah, he's gotten the tank traps out, or the roadblocks. He's definitely gone for Scorched Earth, if we also know about the booby traps as well. His fuel reserve is spent, going for, looks like the Martyr research. Which is now skirmishing around, good suppression across all the front line there. There's another MG42 in this region. Looks like the Flamer Engineers went down there, or something was wiped out. Looks like Rifleman Squad. Let's use some medical crates, medical ability on the Pioneers here. Fresh Kettengrad now employed on the field as well. He has 2 Kettengrads once again. I'm not sure why he has so many Kettengrads. They're not camouflaged ones for spawning. I can see 1 for booby traps, maybe not 2. And now got the off-map power shoot, getting some good hits there. Bunker stays up. Pak 38 does not get decrewed.
Our comrades report the enemy has destroyed a vehicle.
And something went down over there. Not so sure what. Was that a Jeep? Yeah, looks like the Jeep went down there. STG squad inside the garrison. M8 severely wounded. May go down. That was a whiff of a shot there. Mortar half-track engaging that M1 AT gun. Nothing being researched over here.
Enemy unit.
Not sure what went down there. Could have been that AT gun that was being barraged. Yes, it did. Rifleman squad now receives suppressive fire there from the Panzer Grenadiers. Luckily get fully pinned. We got the 2-2s firing away, getting some good damage on the other Rifleman squad here. AT gun shots over here, getting some shots on in. M1 AT gun firing some shots, trying to hit that Kettengrad, but does back off around the corner and does get the fuel point captured on, is captured on down. You got now a 30 cal in placement here, but the Panzer Grenadiers will find an angle there. You got a medic station here, grabbing a second casualty, and the medics and the Panzer Grenadiers do get inside the garrison. Support weapon center deployed out by the US player we have selected. His teammate also has a support weapon center. 1 sniper deployed on the field. Great Granada warfare hit there from the mortar half-track.
Artillery support is now available.
Do not have off-map power shoot available. Off cooldown. His teammate has not set the doctrine just yet. Has 4 command points. Probably a good idea to go for armor. And the M1 AT gun does get shot up by those 2-2s. Got multiple Panzer squads here. Mortar half-track
has their orders.
Mortar half-track trying to find a barrage here. We got now Allied War Machine being selected and going for the Calliope relatively soon. Landmine being pulled on out. We do got a decent amount of, if you look at the mini map, as the Axis players, we do see a pretty big line of various light vehicles and support weapons, including a half-track here. Does have Veteran C1 light vehicles, which is going to be useful versus his 4 AT guns. He also has a grenade warfare on the field as well. Big support weapon energy there. No Doctrine selected either. He's the only one that I don't know about Doctrine just yet. Since his teammate has gone for Scorched Earth, it may be a good idea if we'll go for either. They know about off-map power shoots, so maybe a good idea to go for either Terror. I don't see any Doctrines will be good. Blitzkrieg is always very, very reasonable and very strong with the manpower Blitz, pulling out a line of armor. The Terror Doctrine and Defensive Doctrine both have off-map howitzer or off-map artillery to engage the M2s that may be deployed on out.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Goods there. M2's now raining on in. We do have an M2 right here. Another M2 now on the build queue or being deployed out as well. It looks like the US sniper does fall back out from the front line. Pioneers, Flaming Pioneers trying to destroy this observation post. Greyhound trying to disrupt their movement there. Does back them, have them back off. Does get one full retreat back. Flamer trying to get a volley there. Does get suppressed by the Pinto mount and may get wiped out. Next shot may wipe him out. Rolls and miss there. The Flaming Pioneer looks like he will escape on out of there. Has efficiency 2 light support weapons there. Infantry 42 firing away, but it's perhaps in artillery range of the Pak-38 as well, so potentially it could get the Pak-38 gets splashed down with the artillery range on in here.
Defend the fatherland until death.
There goes the Pioneers. As grenades advance forward, 1 G43, 1 STG. Let's get some shots there. Let's get a good hit there. Getting multiple hits there onto the Greyhound. Grenadier squad does fall back there. Rolls and miss there. Greyhound plenty of health. Got some booby traps deployed on the field. None over here at the moment. Just that 1, 2. And now we've got a Panther research and Panthers deployed out on the field for the Pens lead player. Engineers does lose one of the models there due to being crushed.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Artillery on in. This MG bunker has gone down. Kettengrad has received some fire as well. He could use a Birkin to recover the carcass if it still survives the barrage. It did not survive the barrage. And that's cheap there. And these other 2 Kettengrads have gone down as well. They may have been salvaged by the Wehrmacht player. That's a little bit too close to the current barrage on the map. Got a good number of vehicles swapped with the Panzer player. The Wehrmacht player may want to go for some repair bunkers. Going too heavy into some machine gun bunkers, honestly. He also needs definitely needs to select the doctrine now for an off-map artillery piece. He's going for so many support weapons. He needs something to engage those artillery pieces. He needs a camouflage forward with a sniper. All in, go for Firestorm, and bring in the Firestorm on top of one of those artillery emplacements. Mortar does find a good hit there. Grenade warfare has been decreased from mortar half track. Rifleman squad getting annihilated. Fully gets wiped out there. Flamer Pioneers advancing forward. Overrunning the sniper. The sniper gets burned, may get burned alive, does get burned alive there. Now the engineers are falling, our Pioneers are falling back. One Patrick shot rolls and misses there. Grenade warfare do hit his own Pioneers a little bit. And now the other Pioneers can suppress. He needs to pull back both these forces. Oh, howdy. Thank you for the raid, Simply Co. of 37 people. Looks like one of the Panther squads may have been wiped out right there. Got the medics bringing back some casualties for the US player. Now the Panther Grenadiers are falling on back. Engineers kept the munitions sector there. Panthers are a little bit wounded, but they can get repaired on up. Nothing too serious.
Human has died a hero.
And I think he may have just lost a Pioneer. I'm not sure what he lost. He has so many support weapons. He's got a lot of Pac-38s decrewed.
It was pioneers into battle.
Looks like the capture entry. No, that's a 30 cal. Is that off-map combat group? No. He straight up built a 30 cal.
MG, ready!
I know he captured one of the players captured MG4 too, but that is definitely a 30 cal squad. And he is not the infantry player. Rifleman squad trying to charge on forward, trying to get a sticky bomb. Does get a good rearmor hit there, blocking the path of his own Panther could do. Not exactly a great idea. Repair Pioneers gains from, well, repairs. Over here, do got the Pioneers overrunning the M1 AT gun. Greyhound will be here to defend it, but he may get the weapon decrewed. But honestly, those Pioneers may want to just fall back and help his teammate repair up those Panthers. One's almost down, the other one's severely wounded as well. And those Pioneers do fall back in time. There's got incendiary mortars coming on in. Damage is a crit there from the mortar half track, and the AT gun does get decrewed. And okay, that's the same 30 cal. I don't know why I thought it was a different 30 cal, but you still got the 30 cal squad there. Booby trap activated. Ah, it's the incendiary one from the Kettengrad. AT gun is severely damaged. This one is damaged as well. If you're not pushing him forward or backwards. Does he not have base healing? Because these Panther Grenadier, this squad needs to stay back and get healed up. It's not going to accomplish too much. It's going to be a big manpower waste. This game immediately gets shot up by the crew members of the 30 cal as well. Let's, when he falls back, let's double check and make sure he has base healing, because I don't know if he has base healing. Still running away.
Engineer squad ready.
Panther's starting to push his way forward. Oh, he does have base healing there, so must have received some splash damage, say, from artillery piece. Got a good number of AT guns here. And he's gone for a Blitzkrieg. I don't agree with that. He has so many support weapons. Vet 3 elite support units. He has also Vet 2 light vehicles.
300 points left.
But they need an off-map artillery barrage to engage those artillery placements, especially him with so many defensive units. Grenadiers advancing forward. 30 cal sitting on up, though. AT gun does get decrewed. There is a valid spot there for the 30 cal to go look at that way, and he may get burned alive inside that garrison. The twos are trying to focus on the AT gun there. Over here, looks the Flame Pioneer does get forced back, does destroy the observation post there. And I do think that 30 cal got burned alive. Rifleman squad seems good shots there from the Panthers. Two twos now rotating around, trying to get some good shots there on the AT gun as well. Manpower Blitz is a good item, however. What? Why is he not going for the Panzer Command or Stugs? He's just flying out Pioneers. Why? Pioneers now receiving quite a bit of damage right there. This Pioneer squad is pretty wounded, needs to fall back as well. Incendiary mortar does come on in from the mortar half track. 2 to 2's push away forward. Can somebody explain to me what is going on? Why is it blowing out so many Pioneers? Like, seriously, why? You need munitions to upgrade to, memeing? Alright. You need munitions for all the flamethrowers, but you need also munitions for the manpower blitz. Which doesn't mix well. So that's a half track here, unloaded and unupgraded. Do not got Calliope here. That should be very effective for all the static weapons.
Pioneers, we are in this fight.
Humo's gonna be a good item to engage these 8 artillery pieces.
The Americans are capturing a sector.
That 1 artillery piece, that 2 artillery piece. More artillery rating on in. Get some good hits there on the bunkers. And Shrek's push away forward. G43 squad as well as mortar smoke rating on in. Very nice. I think that's from the mortar half track. AT guns almost destroyed. Panther could get a shot onto it. Does roll and miss, however. Greyhound advance forward, trying to get these pioneers. Pioneers salvaging the wreckage. Very nice. Tactical is called idiotic, but then they mastered it and understood everything. Maybe. Oh, he does get a full wipe on the Panzer Grenadier. 2 Panzer Grenadier squads do get fully wiped out. He's just down to 2 now. A G43 and STG. He lost all of his Panther Shreks. Panther received some damage there. Calliope barrage rating on in. At least the Pioneers are ready for repairing up, that's for sure. And for dying to Calliope barrages. Rifleman squad trying to capture the central DP to boost our advance on forward. AT gun line up a shot there. Rifleman. Let's take out the Rifleman squad entirely. Rifleman squad over here is pretty damaged. AT gun's not exactly doing all too well either. More incendiary mortars running on in. You got a mortar team, and actually a fully built mortar team that's still crewed. Could have been from off-map combat crew. He's the infantry player, of course, but does not have off-map combat group available, so that was actually a purposely built mortar team. Which is not half bad versus opponent's current composition of a lot of static weapons. But the Humos will now going to be put some big holes into them. Engineers receive some good amount of damage there. Do got the Panther as well as a decrewed AT gun here. Another casualty claimed by the medic. This medic has a lot of casualties in front of him. Trying to pick up this down engineer. Rifle squad could try and charge forward. AT gun does get focused down. And the Pioneers do find the flank there on the M2 howitzer. However, no factor seat. Wait. Oh, now he's trying to force fire, let the M10s take them out. But did one of them actually get crushed there? I know we got Calliope barrages raining point blank onto that Panther. I don't know why. It looked like the M10 may have crushed on the models that were still trying to get on the gun. It may be still vulnerable to be crushed in that situation. I was looking sure. M10's not pushed away forward. This is the armored doctrine player. He also has a Greyhound to support the armored doctrine as well. May want to use field repair if he has that available. He has allied war machine available. He may have enough command points to get field repair. All depends if he's got the rapid deployment. M10 now is seeing quite a bit of damage right there. Rear armor hit there. Gets a good pin there. Lots of Panthers. And does take the M10 there. Pioneers taking time to repair up his teammate. We've got the Rifleman squad advance forward trying to perhaps get a sticky bomb off. M2 howitzers maybe raining on this region. Or up there. SDG squad trying to capture this region. Panzer Grenadier and Pioneer. Pioneer now trying to capture that VP.
Casualties being reported.
And we've got a Rifleman squad or a Flame Engineer getting wiped out by... Here's to be a Kettengrad. SDG squad advance forward does not decrew the mortar team. Medic right there, so no drop casualties in this region. And SDG squad does potentially go down. It's very wounded. It looks like does man escape on out of there. AT gun does get a shot there on the Panther. And now I do hear Calliope barrages raining on in. We're going to get some good hits there on these repair Pioneers, which are not the repair bunker Pioneers. One Pioneer does go down. Another Pioneer does go down, but they are, of course, dirt cheap. Let's get a bit of attack efficiency on the 2-2 as well. Sometimes it's a good idea to mix these up. You like the defense for more durability, but the accuracy efficiency on the 2-2s are make them very deadly. No medics here. They maybe go around picking up casualties, or they may be dead. One of the two. Another M10 being pulled on out. This time from the infantry player. That could have been from off-map combat group. Yep, that was from the off-map combat group. Got another 30 cal mortar team there. As well as a rifleman squad. The mortar team at this point in time has diminishing returns. The 30 cal can be decent just to throw onto a sector you just don't want it overran. Another M10 now pulled on the field. We've got 3 M10s on the field. Mortar is efficiency 1. Got a forward HQ here as well. And now Pioneers, regular Pioneers, not Flamer Pioneers, are trying to capture this point. I don't think it's going to go too well. Let's see, let's cover each player from the top and see what resources in composition. After that Pioneer gets wiped on out. The armor player does have an absurd reserve of munitions, so he has plenty of munitions there. May want to be a bit suicidal of his allied war machine. Has a good reserve of manpower and fuel. He may be setting up for a Pershing. Needs a lot of command points, however. Maybe a good idea to go for some Sherman tanks, 76mm Sherman tanks with this many resources here.
Unit down.
And looks like more Pioneers exploding. For the infantry player, has good reserve of manpower, probably going just for off-map combat groups for the time being. He has 2 M2s on the field, make that 3. I see 1 way over here, and a big mix of other stuff. No more engineers, so can't pull out many more M2s, but 3 is probably plenty. M10 now receiving some hits there. This Panther has plenty of health. Both Panthers plenty of health, and they have 2 defense specialty. He also has good reserve of munitions and fuel for other assets. M10 does go down there. Blitzkrieg player, only been using manpower blitz currently. Has good reserve of all resources. I still believe he should go with Panzer Command, just not more Pioneers. I've got Allied War Machine now active. This one, main gun destroyed, engine destroyed, so it's basically destroyed. Ooh, go for the Hummel there. Off-map power shoot raining on in as well. On-map howitzer also as well. There goes the Hummel. May want to focus on the carcass. The chance of them pulling out working together to recover these Hummels are very likely, in my opinion. M10's could focus on the other one. Allied War Machine so active. Does get the short shot crit there. Switch back to him for a moment. Allied War Machine has worn off. And rolls a miss there. Takes that one out. Does not get these guys recovered.
We're down to 200 points.
The Valor player has an absurd reserve of manpower, probably manpower blitz. No, no, still has. It's almost off cooldown, but maybe not. Has good reserve of manpower and fuel. Fly people barrage raining on in. Gains some great damage. Annihilates those Pioneers again. And now going for Stu. He does have efficiency 1 tanks. Got the switch from 4. Gains good hits there on the Sherman Calliope's. 80 gun firing away, getting some good hits there. Greyhound may just want to be used to draw some fire. He can't let these Calliopes go down, though he does have enough munitions for Allied War Machine. 80 gun getting some good shots on in. And right now, the Panzer Elite player, of course, has all of the important all of doctrinal abilities collected. Has a good manpower reserve, an excellent munitions reserve, and an excellent fuel reserve. So he can pull out anything for the rest of the game, so he's floating a bit of resource overall. He has a bit of manpower, population space. He may be eyeing for a Bergantiga. No, he's not. A lot of his armor is actually quite wounded. He needs his teammates to repair them up. And then now advancing forward.
The enemy advances.
And then just charging forward. And is severely wounded. We may see a flight barrage over soon. So plenty of munitions. And he does have 3 M10s out on the field. Maybe now soon to be 2. Now, and there's sector artillery there. The rifle squad needs to fall back. And the M10 will actually manage to escape. He does have a squad of engineers still alive for repairs. Alright, another barrage there, making some of these repair Pioneers. There's 2 of them there.
Enemy unit down.
Make that, all of them have gone down right there. And capture him for 2, holding the line there. M10 firing a shot there, still severely wounded. We got more M10s being put on the field here. We got 2 more here. And one last one being rolling on up. Do not have field repair being activated. His Calliope's need repairs as well, so going for that repairability is probably a good idea. Because he actually does need it. He's also a pop cap at the moment. M2 now firing away. Veteran C1, Veteran C3, Veteran C2. And more booby traps. More repair, please. Let's see. That is the Panzer League player asking for more, probably repair bunkers, not for pioneers. The Panzer League player needs more repair bunkers. He's been battered and bruised. A lot of his armor's been battered and bruised. In fact, Panthers are both Veteran C3. Mortal Half-Track's Veteran C3. His 222s are Veteran C2 and 3. And they're all damaged. Barring the Hummel. German Calliope is advancing on forward. Eyeing for barrage some of this region. Let's take out Pioneer Squad again. Flame Engineer decapturing that point. Mortar here. 0. Well, no Veteran C. Veteran C 4 kills at the moment. 30 cal trying to show the Stu's who's boss, and he's failing at that. Let's get a sticky bomb there. He may be pinging something saying repair, please. Stu's now fully immobilized. Maybe I need to go for more sticky bombs there. Greyhound gained some hits there and received some hits there. M10's not turning forward. Does get destroyed right there. Does take up the Stu. Ain't gonna destroy him the Greyhound. He is the armor player who's been at pop cap, so losing the Greyhound's not a massive issue, in my opinion. May free up some population for other assets. You now got the sector artillery in this sector. Does decrew the Pack 38. Sticky bomb does connect on the half track. MG bunker does go down. Damage crit there. Rifleman squad is suppressed by the MG42. And now getting ripped apart by the off-map artillery.
Proven its superiority once again.
There's dropped the bar right there. Stu does get a small hit there. Now we do got Calliope Barrage raiding on in. Gets good hits there on the Pioneers and on the Panther. But the both of the shots are actually raiding a little bit short before hitting the Panther. The Panther is a little bit battered bruised, but a lot of those shots hit that little ledge. Stu now advancing forth. There's a lot of roadblocks in this region. And 30 cal mega overran. The Rifleman squad should get a sticky bomb there. Sticky bomb does connect. Damage and crit there. And our Rifleman squad is seeing a bit more fire now. Down here, we've got the M10s setting on up, ready for engagement.
The enemy has a mere 100 points.
Greyhound 80 on a defense position. The forward HQ is still up and going. Why is the medic station still alive? No, the medic station is not alive anymore. Nor is any tree alive anymore. And it's not fully repaired. You see any more repair bunkers? I don't even see a single rectangle on the map suggesting a repair bunker. Looks like the mortar half-track does go down to an M2 artillery barrage. Almost set up right there. M10's now advancing on forward. We're seeing some shots there. M10's advancing forward. There's currently 5 M10s. He has plenty of munitions for both field repair and allied war machine. He could go for early field repair to get these guys top of health. Calliope barrage now raiding on in, getting some great damage all across the front line. M10's now pushing way forward, trying to get some shots there. We'll find a Hummel, only 2 kills, so it's relatively fresh. This Hummel has 3 kills, not exactly doing ultra great as well. And there goes the Panther. Allied war machine has been activated. Some of the M10s are getting quite damaged. Hummel's now receiving some fire there. Trying to charge him forward. Does take out one of the M10s. Allied war machines halfway done. Does activate field repair as well. Still likely will go down relatively soon. And this M10, Allied War Machine has worn off. Still finds a shot there. M10 does go down. And now the Panther is seeing lots of fire. There's actually roadblocks here. He blocked his own Panther right there. And he got destroyed there. Boob trap is activated there. There's a regular boob trap. He has enough command points for Calliope, and not Calliope, Pershing. And some of these guys are receiving quite a bit of damage. It does lose some of these M10s. Field repair has been activated.
Front lines are collapsing.
He's down to 3 M10s. He could get out a Pershing, and he has enough population space, so I would say go get the Pershing out. Greyhound's advancing forward. M10's being repaired up quite nicely. There's eventually 3 M10, which are very, very deadly. You do not want to be around them for all too long, or else you won't be around them for all too long. Pack 38, Veteran C2, sitting on up, finds a shot there on the Vet 3 M10, and it looks like they're going to be backing on off. Got a fresh round of Panthers, as well as not a fresh Schummel there. This one got to kill him on the M10s.
Enemy unit down. Losing a victory point. We are losing a victory point.
Greyhound push right forward, does get Allied War Machine activated there. This M10 may go down. Not letting it die there. Rolls a miss there. And the Greyhound may go down as well. Greyhound receiving quite a bit of fire there. And rolls a miss there. Allied War Machine's about ready to wear on off. It has worn on off. Greyhound's squad now advancing forward, trying to get a catch from this point. The Allies are down to 47 tickets. They don't have a lot of tickets remaining. Looks like they want the Calliope's to go down. Rifle squad to get a sticky bomb off there. It does get damage in the crit. US player has a good reserve of resources. His teammate doesn't have a whole lot of good reserve resources at the moment, so has a 3 M2s to fire some barrage there. Some of these guys are getting quite damaged. The M42 has been decrewed there. Gonna catch at this point. And he's right now trying to ask for more repairs. Think of the follow phone stick with 2 Ks. More artillery raining on in. Got the Panthers pushing forward. The Allies don't have a lot of VPs. There's double capture against them. They have maintained trouble capturing the VPs. They've overall been doing better in combat since this game. Just haven't been playing the VP game all too well, haven't they? The Vanlock player, plenty of fuel, good reserve manpower, low on everything else. Pretty close to a Tiger tank. Maybe a good idea to save up the Tiger tank. Not sure. Let's see. He has Veteran C2 on tanks as well, so it's probably a good idea with the Tiger tank. Greyhound does go down there. That does free some population space for the US player. Does scorch the point as well, which means they have more of a permanent double cap. They can't capture this point to make it a single cap. And looks like the Allied players will lose the game. And that MG42 does go down there. Panther's going to take time to clean up the AT gun, but the game is now already over. This is Andrew saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.